This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports. We're here in Dublin. We're here with Senan Kelly, who's moved to 4-0 with 2 stoppages tonight. Probably, I'm going to say this is the first time I've sort of interviewed you, but you always had a bit of a stop-start career. Obviously, you made your debut in Belfast in 2019, probably prior to the pandemic. You sort of went away for a bit of time, obviously, and you're back now in obviously 2 fights, just over a month. What's happened, obviously, in the meantime? I think you had a few injuries, would I be correct in saying there?
It was my shoulder, so basically everything was going fine and I was just training like a madman. I was overtraining, under-recovering, and I actually got COVID, so I put on a little bit of weight. Didn't have any symptoms or anything, but because I put on the weight, I started doing mad fucking training. I just stopped listening to everyone. I think I was running like 20 kilometres 5 days in a row. I was trying to hit 100 kilometres, and then in the evening time I was doing 8, 9, 10 rounds in the bag. And then after all of that, on the 9th day in a row, I jumped in sparring Gary Cully. Of course, he's a little bit taller than me, and when I threw a left hook I missed. When I threw the arm down, the shoulder popped out the back. But it was actually a supplicated shoulder, it wasn't a dislocation, so didn't know what happened. Got all the MRIs done, showed no injury. Done a bit of rehab, felt okay, jumped in sparring Paul Ryan. Threw a left hook again, popped out a second time. So then I was like, right, something's definitely going on. Seeing a specialist in the matter, I was told to get an MRI angiogram done. Got that and it showed all the injuries. Torn rotator cuff, torn labrum in 2 places. You have a supplicated shoulder, just all this fucking shit. At the meantime though, I was still strong. Like I'd fucking still moving 35 kilos in a single arm press. I think my 3RM was 35 kilos with all them injuries in it. So I was told, if I keep doing this rehab, there's a possibility of avoiding surgery. Another 6 weeks of rehab went by, felt brand new, and I just done a counter movement jump. Just jumped, my shoulder popped out again, so went seeing the surgeon out in the sports surgery clinic out in Santry. 12 grand, get the fucking shoulder surgery. So I was like, oh my god. And then, all this is going on there, telling me if I get the surgery then I might not fix it. So I just bet on myself, took a loan out, got a big loan at my girlfriend, I threw all my money at it and fucking done it. Got the surgery done. In the rehab, when I wasn't able to move, I went back into teaching because I'm a PE teacher as well. Well, I done PE I'm not really a PE teacher, but they brought me in as that. So I done that for 6 months, got back boxing, kept doing my rehab altogether. It was 14 months of rehab, and eventually I got back in the ring there in Glasgow there a few weeks ago, and now I'm out again, so bit of a wild out, you know.
It's like sort of, I keep saying a lot, sometimes in interviews, it's like version 2.0, but I guess when you've been through all that, you've obviously had to pay out the money and everything else for surgery. It shows sometimes, like you can say all the words you want to say sometimes, that I want to do this and I want to do this. That in itself sort of shows how passionate you sort of are about the sport. Like it probably could have been easy if you just go, you know what, this boxing game.
I could have got out of this fucking sport, no one could have said anything to me, but I believe in myself, like I'm very resilient. And you know, I put my money on myself, I'm after betting on myself, so if I at least make 12 grand to break even,
it'd be nice, wouldn't it? But I guess in some ways, people say that boxing's a mad sport, and it is in certain ways, but when you can obviously invest money into yourself to make sure your career keeps going, it shows the passion, it shows the drive. Are you finding out when you're back in the ring, you're making sure you don't overdo it, you're enjoying every moment, because we know with boxing, we obviously look at Ryan Burnett, unified world champion, and it just ends so quickly. Are you just appreciating probably boxing more than you've probably ever done before?
Man, the way I see it was, before this injury, like people were telling me I was overtraining, but I never believed it. And then the injury happened, and now I'm looking back and I'm like, how come I just didn't listen to them? Like my S&C coach Darren, he was fucking telling me this is going to happen and I need to take more time in recovery, I need to watch what I'm eating, I need to track my calories, protein, carbs, all this stuff, and only after something happens you kind of realise they were right. So now I listen to everyone and now I'm taking everything on board correctly, and my training's gone from here, for me thinking I was doing everything, to here, because now I'm actually doing everything properly, It's not about just go, go, go. It's about recovering as well, listening to your body, and yeah, the sky's the limit.
I guess maybe in some ways it might help someone else maybe watching this interview and they go, don't overdo it, listen to everybody, because people can think they're better. You can think you're better than someone who's giving you advice. So you obviously, the older version of yourself now, you wish you'd have said, take it a bit easier, save yourself 10 grand and enjoy your boxing career more.
That's the thing, man. Yeah, like I wasn't happy before. Like I was happy, but like I was killing myself. now I train and I recover and I'm in a better humour. Like before I was fucking just giving everyone loads, I was narky all the time, I was always tired. Now just like I'm a different person now, do you know what I mean? And it's because of that, actually putting so much time into my recovery, being in bed at 10 o'clock, watching what I'm eating, not eating fucking shit food. Like it's a lifestyle and I didn't really understand that before, so yeah.
And I guess, the gym, I want to touch on obviously the gym you're in as well. Obviously Gary Cully's obviously going to fight in the Katie Taylor card, Sean McComb, Tyrone McKenna, Jazza Dickens. The gym's packed with talent, but you want to be the one that's first in everybody's name. The lips come out of the mouth. Your talent.
I'm the guy in the background. That's what I am. I'm just working, keep my head down, because like I'm there all the time. Like I'm there down in that gym 5 days a week religiously, doing everything I can. And then my second session, basically what I'm doing roughly 11 sessions a week. Monday to Friday in the morning I box at P. And then my second session I do with Darren Young. At the moment, Monday, Wednesday, Friday strength. Tuesday and Thursday we do conditioning. And then I go for a round of golf on a Sunday morning just as a little recovery session. Then
are you any good at the golf?
No, yeah. I don't have a handicap for that yet now, but look, I can keep up. Yeah, no, I'm getting out with the golf, yeah. Pretty shit right now, but I'll get there. All my mates are good, so once I catch them, I'll be happy.
I remember saying to someone before, I always used to lose my temper playing golf, and I said to someone, I'm terrible as a driver, what do you recommend? And they said use an iron. I thought they were being blunt, but they're saying, you know what, people think they're going to be Tiger Woods and knock it 350 yards. If you use an iron, you're less likely to slice it. And I thought, guy's cheeky, but it gave me good advice, but I guess it's good downtime for you at the same time playing golf, but you're actually putting the steps on at the same time.
Well, that's the thing, like all my mates, they enjoy going out and having a drink. I don't drink. I stopped drinking about 5 years ago, so for me to spend a bit of time, my social time is really just on a Sunday. Other than that, I'm in the gym, and if I'm not in the gym, I teach boxing as well. So I'm always boxing. I box 24/7. If I'm not doing it, I'm teaching it. So the only downtime I get to actually have with my friends is going for a little round of golf on a Sunday morning,
Obviously fighting at home for the first time. When was the last time you fought in Dublin?
Yeah, the amateurs. The last fight was James McGivern in the amateurs. I think it was.
It was a good few years, because obviously you made your debut in 2019.
That was, yeah, Jesus Christ.
But obviously, I'm sure it felt special to you. Obviously, the night fighting here, you probably, the way boxing goes sometimes, you probably don't think sometimes it's going to happen when you're fighting in Scotland and fighting in Belfast and everything else. You've now had, obviously, a fight at home. I'm sure that obviously feels special to you.
This was a special one, really, just having everyone here to see me, So yeah, it was a good one.
And obviously, what's next for you? Obviously, there's 4 more cards in the next 7 weeks. Irish boxing. I keep saying this in every interview, and someone's going to pick up on it. Irish boxing is booming, but obviously, when you made your debut in 2019 with 11 shows throughout the island in the whole year, and then obviously COVID happened, and now we're obviously by the end of May we'll have 6 shows. Are you hoping to get out again in any of these shows that's coming up?
Yeah, I'm just doing back-to-back camps there for the past while, so I'm going to take 7 days off, let the body heal, and then I'm hoping to get out on the May 27 card up in Belfast. Nothing's sailed, nothing's confirmed or anything like that, but that's just one I'd like to get on because it's a big one, so hopefully with a bit of luck I can get that over the line. And
obviously your first 6 rounds of the night, obviously it didn't go that, obviously 2 rounds. Would you ideally probably maybe wanted a few more rounds? I know you had 4 rounds a couple of weeks ago, but...
Well, I was meant to be fighting Derek Keogh. He was another lad that's 3-0. He looked like a decent opponent, but unfortunately he came out with an injury. Nothing you can do with that kind of situation, so that's possibly one I'd be looking for in the future now. But yeah, I'd like someone that could give me the 6 rounds and test me, and yourself, not just get blown out of the water in a fucking round or two. So
I particularly when you invest the money in the camp, and obviously you quite a few sponsors and stuff as well. Is it a plan now, maybe another 6 round? We're seeing so many domestic fights happening. You're obviously happy to dip your toe in the water. Obviously, if you already agreed to a domestic fight, is it another 6 rounder maybe as a domestic fight, or are you happy to jump up the 8 and go for a Celtic belt?
I'd be happy with either of them, to be honest. The way I see it, man, I'm going to be boxing right through 35, 40 years old. I'm taking care of my body at the moment, so I'm picking the right path for me to make it to the top. That's where I want to get to world level. I'm not looking at 1 or 2 years down the line. I'm looking 10 years down the line. I'm going to really put my life and soul into this, as I've already been down. And yeah, man, I can see myself being a world champion one day.
Definitely, you have to have them dreams, don't you? Otherwise you wouldn't have spent 12 grand on yourself.
That's it, man. I back myself big time.
Definitely. Well, listen, thanks very much for your time. A pleasure, obviously, to finally speak to you. Hopefully we can get speaking to you very soon when you get some fight news. And obviously enjoy your week of rest.
Perfect. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate the interview.
Cheers. Take care.